Okay. 1, 2, 3. That wasn't too bad.
It's never going to happen.
Hello and welcome to our podcast, The Junkees. I'm Dave O'Neill.
And I'm Kitty Flanagan. This is the Sweet and Salty Roundabout. Get on board.
Come on, why not? And we should declare from the start that we're in different states. So I'm in the COVID state. I'm in Victoria.
And I'm freewheeling up in Sydney. So
Yeah, lucky you.
it's good to see that you're going to be doing all this with a mask on, Dave. I'm going to enjoy watching you eat chips with your mask on.
It's all about wearing a mask down here. It's really... Anyway, we're here to talk about snack food. Let's not talk about COVID. It's too depressing. And look, thanks for all the feedback too on Facebook and Instagram. It's been incredible.
Oh, before we start, there's been so much feedback and I keep forgetting to address it. Sorry. In the very first episode, Dave, I said that I had something called mesophilia, which we discovered was a bacteria. And
yeah, you answered that though.
No, I never went on and corrected that it's misophonia, which people keep texting and putting on Instagram. It's misophonia is what I have, which is the aversion to people making chewing noises or things like that. So not mesophilia, that's bacteria, misophonia. Go on, Dave.
Okay, good. We'll sort that out. Yeah, so they have been putting that on Facebook too. So we're gonna do a big one today. Our big feature act is the picnic versus the Chokito bar.
Yeah.
Now, what's your feeling? Firstly, about the picnic, Kitty.
Well, the picnic. Look, I would go so far as to say the picnic is probably the definitive chocolate bar.
Yeah.
It's got everything, but the only problem with the picnic is, gee, it's a commitment. You know, you never buy one unless you've got a solid space of time to eat it in and you want to be by yourself. There's going to be nuts coming down your chest. Peanuts and chocolate.
Yeah. Vicar. But, you know, you can't be eating a picnic before your executive meeting, can you?
No, and I've even tried eating a picnic with a knife and fork, like that Seinfeld episode. Because I thought that might be easier. It's actually quite a good experience because it does feel like a meal, the picnic.
Well, what was the original? I'm trying to think of the original. Oh, like a banquet.
More like a banquet than a picnic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the one they used, I don't know if they used it here, was Deliciously Ugly, saying that it was an ugly chocolate bar, but it was delicious.
Yeah, it's the sort of chocolate bar they always use when they play that. You might not have played it, Dave, but when they have baby showers, they play that poo in the nappy game.
I haven't played that.
Yeah,
no.
They pass around a nappy and they've squashed a chocolate bar in it to look like poo, and you have to smell it and taste it and say what chocolate bar it is. The picnic is the winning bar they always use in that game.
Thank God I haven't played that.
It's not a great game. I'm not recommending it.
You know, the good thing about the picnic is an Australian invention.
Is it really?
So, yeah, McRobinson, who were a Melbourne company, and they were bought by Cadbury, I don't know, in the 60s or something, and they also had the Freddo Frog, I think the Cherry Ripe, and so picnic is really an Australian thing. And in England, they have raisins in the picnic.
Yeah, well, that's not right.
No, that's not right.
That's a fruit and nut thing, and I don't know how I feel about that. We'll discuss that another time.
It's a unique combination of peanuts, wafer, caramel, and rice crisps covered in delicious Cadbury milk chocolate. That's the description. Should we try it or should we move on to the Chokito?
Well, yeah, I don't need to try it because I have... what I'm pleased to say, though, is they're now coming in a twin pack. Did yours come in a twin pack?
No, mine's just like I'll show you. It's just like a solid bar.
I got two. No, I got two bars, Dave. Look, twin pack.
Oh, wow. I can see how it looks like a bit of poo. Yeah, look at it. Was this a classic one in Caddyshack where they threw it in the... It must be a very similar chocolate bar.
that's the one, yeah, that goes in the pool. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be a similar one.
Now, I don't know if you remember the ad campaign for the Chokito.
No, what was it again?
Chokito really gets you going.
That's right.
Really gets you. Chokito really gets you going.
Yeah, right. I mean...
It was a little more dynamic than that.
Yeah, you had music and stuff in the background.
Not just one stoner sitting in the corner singing that to himself.
Really gets you going. I've always been more a picnic fan than a Chokito for some reason.
Yeah, I think I remembered the Chokito a bit more fondly, and then I thought they were gone. And then
They were gone.
we
They were
mentioned
gone.
it the other day. People brought it to my attention that the Chokito is back. I'm crediting us with that, obviously. They've turned it around pretty quickly and got it out there.
Yeah.
And
Incredible.
I'll confess to you, Dave, I ate mine already.
You've eaten it already?
I got lost on the way in. I was a bit stressed.
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
find my way to a new studio, and I couldn't eat the picnic. That would have taken too long, so I did eat the Chokito already. So
Well,
I'm ready to compare.
Okay, all right. Well,
So
let's
it's up
compare.
to you. You need to try your Chokito if you haven't for a long time.
Well, I'll try that. I'll have a bit of picnic first, and just
Yeah. It's hard to beat the picnic.
really good, solid bar.
And the chocolate,
So, I
they've
mean-
never gone compound. It's a creamy
Never.
chocolate as well.
And the peanut, I mean, I love peanuts. And because we get so few these days because of, allergies and stuff, and you don't get them on planes anymore, kids can't have them. So that is a fantastic chocolate. I saw these getting made one day when I went to the Cadbury factory. Of course.
Just on your weekend outings to the Cadbury factory.
Well, they used to do tours. I remember going in Scouts because the factory's in Ringwood, not very close to where I grew up. And you would go in Scouts on a tour, and it was fantastic. Then they stopped them in the 70s because it's probably too much of a pain in the arse. But then maybe, 10 years ago, I did a gig for the Cadbury Social Club at the local pub, and they said, "Do you want to come on a tour?" I went, "You bet." I said, "What's getting made now?" And they said, "Well, we're making Easter eggs." I'm like, "Easter eggs? It's like July." And they're like, "Yeah, we make them that far advanced." Yeah, I know, it was very
Were you
disturbing.
like Augustus Gloop, like just
Oh,
leaning
yeah.
into the river of chocolate? That's what I would have been.
And then they had the picnics being made, and it was amazing. Yeah,
What a day.
amazing.
What a memory.
What a memory. I tell you what, though, you mentioned Augustus Clip. They weren't up for Oompa Loompa jokes, that's for sure. I made a few, and I didn't like it at all. The thing was, though, the guy said, chocolate is a little bit like milk or whatever. If you taste it fresh, he gave me some fresh chocolate off the line, just dairy milk, and it was amazing. It's like tasting a really, a fine wine or something. It was amazing. Because most chocolate we get isn't that fresh, he was saying. It's not that fresh.
Wow.
I know.
It's like
Okay,
you picked
well,
it
let's move
straight
to
off the tree. It's almost like you're making it into nature, Dave.
Yes.
If you can get chocolate straight off the tree, it's really good for you. Okay, now I'd be
Let's
curious
move-
what you think of the Chokito.
Chokito, very similar look. If
Similar
you put
look.
them together,
But those lumps are Rice Krispies, not peanuts.
that's the difference, isn't it? That's the difference.
Although, see, that's the thing. The picnic has got Rice Crisps as well.
Oh, chewier.
Yep.
It's actually chewier.
Chewy caramel centre. Much sweeter centre.
Because my partner, Kieran, she said she prefers Chokito, she was telling me.
Has she had one recently?
No,
Yeah.
probably school tuck shop 40
Tell you
years
the
ago.
trick with the Chokito, and I was talking to my nephew about it last night. They've got to be room temperature. You can't have them cold out of the fridge, or they just snap and you don't taste anything. It really does benefit from being warmed up.
You know what it reminds me of? A little bit of a chomp bar.
Yeah, a little bit like a chomp.
A little bit chomp in the middle with those Rice Krispies. It's almost like a nil draw for me, nil or draw.
Oh, really? No, I think.
Okay,
they're
what are you
good.
going to do?
No, I'm definitely going the picnic. I just think it's the definitive chocolate bar.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm even buying into the advertising. I'm saying it is more like a banquet than a picnic.
Yeah. Well, Chokito's really got me going. I think
I'll tell you what I don't
think I'm-
like. I don't like the new wrapper on the Chokito. It's very
No.
pedestrian. It used to be quite fun and red and yellow and foil wrapped, but now it's
Yes,
just-
and-
now it looks more like a Chico roll.
Yeah, or like a health and safety sign you see on a building site. You know what I mean? It looks a bit industrial. Guys, don't forget to wear your Chokitos. All
Yeah, it
right,
doesn't look
put the
fun
Chokitos
anymore.
on.
I'm not sure it looks like it'd get you going anymore.
Where the picnic, that's fun to me.
Yeah,
That says fun.
And they haven't really changed that wrapper in years. They've added a few colours, but it's still got that yellow and red bit.
Well, I suppose if this was a competition, Picnic would win because you chose it and I said it's a draw. So then technically it would be
Yeah, it's one up.
Picnic's win. Picnic's win. Picnics win. Okay, well, we've sorted that out.
Good stuff.
They'll be happy in the picnic factory, and they won't be that unhappy in the Chokito factory.
No,
So,
I'd still eat it, just if I had a choice. And maybe if I had a choice and I was in a hurry, I'd probably go the Chokito because I really need to sit down and take my time with the picnic.
yeah, as I said, I'm impressed by the Chokito. I always would go to the picnic, but now I am in two minds about it. All right, Chokito versus picnic, done. Please discuss. Now, this was actually sent in on Facebook by Adam Hartseal. Sorry if I got your name wrong. He was in a service station and he saw the mashup.
Yeah, I've got some mashups in front of me. On
Which
paper, should be a good idea.
So explain, what is a kitty? What is a mashup?
The mashups is one bag, and within the one bag you get cheese twisties, cheese Doritos, and Cheetos. All in the one bag, mashed up, just as the sign says.
I tell you, my 11-year-old saw these and said, Dad, make sure you keep those, because I think it appeals to kids, maybe, this kind of thing.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, I do. Although someone sent a suggestion into me, which I think is a better suggestion, that they should have chicken and cheese twisty mashup. Like a double-ended bag. Cheese in one end, twisties in the other end.
A double-ended bag. Well, it just reminds me of when you're at a party at, say, uni, and then someone packs up the bowls and pours it in all together, and then you're so desperate you put your hand in, you go, oh, I got a twisty and a corn chip?
Yeah,
oh, well.
It's kind of like a cheese trail mix.
Yes.
It's like a cheese snack trail mix.
Mum's cleaned up early. She wants the guests to leave. It's all in one bowl. That's what it should be called. All in one bowl. And Mum, it's all the same. What do you care?
My mum does that all the time when she's only got like scraps left in the end of bags. Like she'll have, half a bag of salt and vinegar, half a bag of Thins, and she just tips them all in the one thing.
She put them together.
I don't like it because then I'm like grabbing handfuls going, see, I had my palette set for plain. Now I'm eating salt and vinegar. I don't like the mystery of it.
No. Maybe your mum invented the mashups. Maybe she's the original creator.
She would be because she'd clean up like that. It does look like she's gone around and just hoovered the floor.
All right, well, let's open them up. I'm going to open up mine. Sorry for the rustling.
You got to just watch all your rustling there, Dave. It's setting my teeth
the what?
on edge.
Okay.
You've gone straight in with a Cheeto. Oh, stop munching.
Sorry. I know you've got that disease.
Okay, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Why are Cheetos so big now?
You know what?
Cheetos never used to be that big.
In the world where everything's shrinking, like Wagon Wheels and Freddo Frogs, for example, why are they getting bigger? That's true. They are bigger than what I remembered them. Look, they're huge.
Yeah, they're enormous, and they never used to be that big.
Were they from Chernobyl? They nuclear funded? No, they're made in Australia.
I reckon it's a money-saving thing. Because
you reckon that's it?
You put less in the bag. They're full of more air. It's like I used to work at that comedy club Junkees in
England,
in the UK, and they used to serve curly fries in a basket. And the reason they served curly fries is because they took up more space and you gave them less fries. If you serve a basket full of shoestring fries, you have to put heaps of fries in that basket to fill it up. If you serve curly fries, then it fills the basket. People think they're getting a whole basket. They're getting a lot less fry.
I don't want to digress, but what's your view on curly fries?
Dave, I like anything that's a potato and fried. Yeah, I don't care if it's a waffle fry, a curly fry, a shoestring fry. I love them all. Shoestring fries are my favourite.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Any fried potato, I'll eat it.
I know. I remember going to some pub and it was like they were treating it like a big special thing, somewhere like Canberra, like with those special curly fries. I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, it's a hoax. They're just trying to give you less potato for your money.
Yeah, it's no good. It's no good. All right, what's your vibe on wedges?
If I'm in the mood for wedges, but I don't often order them. I think they're a drunk person's food more than anything else. It's just filler. It's just like something to soak up alcohol.
It's very 80s. It's very 80s wedges.
Yeah, it was the sort of thing you'd get as a young person if you'd been out and then you'd go somewhere afterwards and you'd either order nachos or wedges with sour cream and that sweet chili sauce. So I think they're a bit tainted as a young person's food for me. They have memories of that. But again, I'll still eat them.
Yeah, I still am. I love nachos and wedges. I love them. What's your view on mashups?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Because I like the idea in that quite often I can't decide when I go to the shop. So I end up buying 2 packets because I can't decide. But I don't think I'd ever be wanting to eat that many cheese things in one bag. Like I'd want cheese Doritos and maybe some plain chips, or like I want a bit of variety. Like it seems like they're just different shapes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just cheese in all its forms.
It's all similar cheese flavouring.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think I would buy them. Because, and like you say, you could never tip them into a bowl because it just looks like you're serving people scraps.
Yeah. This is from last night's party, everyone.
Good idea for the kids, maybe. But I don't think I'd buy them.
I often go to the service station or the shop and I get so overwhelmed that I just buy plain chips. I just buy my plain thins.
I get so overwhelmed, I just buy several things.
Oh, okay.
Like I can't ever commit to just one. I go, I'm going to get back in the car and wish that I had something else. So I just buy several things.
So I would never buy these. I would never buy them.
No, me either. I think they're going to be, I'm going to predict they'll be gone in 6 months.
Yes.
They're not going to hang
Prediction.
around.
Wow, and your mum thought she was going to make a lot of money out of it. Too bad, Mrs. Flanagan.
Leonie's cleanups. That's what they're called.
Yeah, cleanups. All right, we've sorted that out. Mashups. No, thumbs down.
Okay, now I'm really excited.
Okay, why are you excited?
I'm excited by the next segment.
Yeah, it's called Sweet Memories.
Sweet.
As I wanted to call it, Memory Jogger.
Memories.
So what is it?
Sweet memories. You really got to give it some.
Okay, I wanted to call it Memory Jogger, but as you pointed out, a little bit like the
yeah, bit like
the picnic jogger, the Chokito jogger. Because the word jogger's just been really thrown by.
Yeah, it's ruined.
Ruined by an incident.
And do you know
in
I've
Brisbane.
got one in my lane up here in Sydney.
Oh, there's really one of those.
I don't know
joggers.
that he's jogging. He's just a pooer. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not a poo jogger. He's just a poo in the laner.
Maybe it's I mean, you just wonder if they've obviously got other issues, or maybe they just really need to go. I don't know. It's a weird.
Yeah,
it's a very
I remember
weird
the
thing.
first time I saw it. I was in my car, and I was on the phone to my sister, and I was just parked, and I said, "There's a man undoing his belt right in front of me." I said, "Oh my God, I think he's going to do a poo in the gutter." No, I was pretty sure he was going to do a poo because I'd seen human poo around the area, and I went, I think he's going to do a poo in the gutter, and he sure did.
Wow, how old was this man?
He was pretty old, like 65.
So, did he look derelict or did he look homeless?
I think his belt was a piece of string.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to make any judgments. Maybe he was just.
I don't think he's doing that well.
But
a hipster.
But he was using some string as a belt.
Yeah, I'd say that's a sign that he's not doing that well. If he's using a string, it's not Tom Sawyer or Huck Finn, or one of those guys. So yeah. Well, that's well. Okay, let's get into it. So
let's get into sweet memories.
Sweet memories, and we've chosen one which is a Samboy chip, the atomic tomato, mega tomato hit. It says on the packet.
Exciting for 2 reasons: A, we've finally found Samboy chips.
Yeah.
And B, atomic tomato. Who knew it was still around?
I know. Well, the thing is, and I did look into it. Otherwise, just go to the Wikipedia page and Samboy.
Some deep research, deep dive.
Yeah, deep dive. The Samboy chips were their own brand originally, started by Norman Ed Mayer in the 50s. They must be brothers. And then they were taken over by Arnott's, who still went with the atomic tomato for a little bit, but then they just discontinued it. And then Snack Food Australia, who put out Cheezels and Thins, took over the Samboy line. Because remember, we're going to do salt and vinegar.
Why has Samboy been kicked around so much? Like it's just the best chip. Like why are they not powering?
I know.
Do you think Arnott's bought them and tried to put them out of business? Let's start a conspiracy theory.
Maybe. But it's really interesting. If you go to the Snack Food Australia website, and I urge everyone to, And maybe we'll start a campaign. But it's so interesting to see where their priorities lie. So it goes like Thins, okay, big one. Thins are up the top. It lists all their products, okay. So the first product you see is Thin and Kettle chips. So they're the big, and then Cheezels also gets.
They're the big ticket items.
They're the big ticket items, and then you go way down past. They also do like these other crinkle cut chips at like another brand that I'd never heard of, like Australian made or something. Crinkle cut chips, right? You get right down to the bottom, and before you get to the very end, at the very end is chicken in a biscuit. And above that is Samboy chips. So they've got
biscuit.
They've got second last billing. You know, they're only just above chicken in a biscuit.
They're like a PS.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like when you go to a comedy agency website and say like your agent would have you and Carl Bauer, and then down the bottom they just have some guys you've never heard of. You know, they have the younger comics. And so they're like the Samboy chip. The Samboy chip's like the support band to, you know, when you go to the big day out and they've got like U2, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Offspring, blah, blah. And then way down the bottom they've got like, you know, I don't know, Rack Hat or something like that.
Do you think
They're
maybe,
not.
you know how people say, oh, he's a comics comic? Do you think maybe
Yes.
they're a chip eater's chip? That's
Well,
what Samboy is. It's the chip eater's chip.
It's the chip. You're right. It's for the people that really, and you've really got to seek them out because they're
Yeah.
not in service stations. We've only found them in IGAs and online, haven't we? At Woolies online, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and Woolies have only got barbecue. I found
Yeah.
Atomic Tomato at the IGA, but
Same here.
Woolies would only bring me barbecue. And
Yeah.
no chicken. I've not been able to find chicken.
No.
Apparently I have to go to Queensland to get Samboy chicken chips. What is going on?
We've got a ring Stack Food Australia under the guise of doing a friendly interview about how we love Thins or whatever, which we do love Thins and Cheezels, and then just hit them, like just current affair them. Just go.
Once you get your foot in the door, what about Samboy? Why are you punishing him? Why are you keeping him in a cupboard? Put him
Is
back
it-
on the
is-
shelves where he belongs. Give him some air.
Is the name perhaps got a bad connotation? Is that like racist? Samboy? I don't know. Where's it come from? I don't know. I don't want to get into any more trouble. I shouldn't even raise that.
Okay, I have to eat one, Dave.
Okay, let's eat
I've
them.
got them
Let's open them. What do they smell like?
They smell exactly how I remember them.
They smell like barbecue.
They smell like
don't
barbecue chips.
All right, well, let's eat one together.
Okay,
and
but just move away from your microphone.
Okay, the music can
really
play.
Upsetting me.
All right.
When I'm
All right,
not in the
okay,
same room
all
as you, I can't control the rustling enough.
Okay, all right, sorry.
Yeah, one chip and I'm back. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah, I do.
To me, that's a bit of a barbecue flavour.
It is, but I also managed to eat a packet of Samboy barbecue chips yesterday, and they are quite
They're good?
different. Yeah, they're really good, but they're quite different to the Atomic Tomato.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
very tomatoey.
That is very tomatoey. The flavour hasn't hit me yet. Maybe because I only ate one.
You haven't had the mega tomato hit yet?
No, I haven't had.
I don't know that I would buy them over another flavour of chip, but it's a nice memory. It's a sweet, sweet memory.
It's a sweet, sweet
So
memory.
let's tick that box for me.
Or for me, it's a memory jogger. It's Atomic Tomato. Well, there we go. That is a great flavour, actually. Just for a bit of variety. I think, you know, if you're sick of salt and vinegar, fantastic. Well, that's the episode for today. So, fantastic work.
Yeah, great.
I think we've done well. And look, next episode, now someone suggested this, if we could say what's coming up on the next episode so they can eat along. So,
Okay, great.
next episode...
Like a sing-along.
will be-
It's a munch-along.
We'll be doing Cadbury favourites.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Cadbury
I know
favourites.
you've
And I
got-
believe we're also going to be doing a return to the salt and vinegar chip, are we not?
Yes, because
Yeah.
we've found when we did the original salt and vinegar test, we didn't have the Samboy salt and vinegar. We've got Samboy salt and vinegar, and we're gonna compare it to the winner of our test, which was the Smiths salt and vinegar.
Yeah. Look
The
forward to that.
rematch. The rematch.
Munch
All right,
along
well,
with us.
Munch along. Thanks for listening to the Junkees.